Hello and welcome to Monday Mindfulness. Today I'm going to share a very, very simple technique of breath work that I've absolutely loved and used a lot. And it's just a very good way of getting present while also letting us relax. So it's a balance of focus and presence on the detail, but also having a rest break in between. So what we're going to focus on today is the edges of the breath. So that's the top and the bottom of the breath, the peak of the inhale and the bottom of the exhale. And we're going to see if we can round them edges. So what we're going to do is an initial practice, and you can adapt this to suit however you want to practice. And it's interesting the way you can kind of bounce things around with this breath work and switch focuses and pick out little details you want to focus on. But what we're going to do today is we're going to have rounded edges of the breath. So that means breathing in, and we don't need to so much focus on any particular detail as we're breathing in. That middle of the breath is a relaxed time. So we breathe in, and then at the very tip of the inhale, we want to see if we can smooth it so that there's no real gap between the inhale and the exhale. And then we do the same thing at the bottom. So they're our real points of focus. That's when we get sharp and clear and very present with what we're experiencing. So we're doing long, slow, deep breaths and allowing the edges of the breath to be very round and smooth as best we can. And I love combining this with Qigong practice, like bringing the arms up and down, sinking the legs in as well, but we can do it seated too. So it's just a matter of long, slow, deep breaths in, just completely relaxed. We don't need to focus or think anything at that point. And then at the edge of the breath, we're just doing our best to control the breath to a degree, to really round that edge and be slow and smooth, and then allowing the rest of the exhale to naturally do what it needs to do, and then rounding the transition between the exhale and the inhale again. So then bottom and top of the breath areas are the points where we focus. The rest of the time is just experiencing, just rest. So we're going to find ourselves a comfortable place to sit, and then what we're going to do is just relax our body. If we need to adjust a little bit, make that adjustment so that we can be really clear and focused on our breath. So just when you're ready, close your eyes down, come to long, deep breaths. Really smooth transitions between the inhale and the exhale and the inhale. staying with the experience in the body. Allowing the edges of the breath to be smooth without any stops or starts, just fluid, graceful movement of the breath. And now on your next breath in, just holding and floating in the top of the breath. So breathing in deep, holding the breath and floating in that experience. And breathing out, holding the exhale and floating in that experience. Breathing in again, holding that breath. And just relaxing the breath for a minute. Allowing yourself just to breathe. No need to control or change or do anything at the moment. Just being you. And just slowly coming back into the room, into your body. If you need any stretches or adjustment, just be gentle with yourself. So that was a bit of an exploration of the edges of the breath. There's all kinds of variations that you can do on that. You can feel the stretch or the contraction. You can bring the focus to that. You can focus on the rounding. You can do a lot of interesting things with the tips and toes of the breath. So yeah, experiment, play with it with how you like. I usually set a timer for this kind of thing for maybe 7 or 11 or even 31 minutes, where I can just stay with it and have the timer bring me out of it. Not always. I also often do it without a timer. But yeah, adapt it to suit your needs. And this can be as simple as doing 1 or 2 of these rounded breaths if I'm wanting to just recenter myself after exercise or after an intense experience. I can just use that to bring myself back to presence and get clear again. I can even do that while I'm walking if I need to. So it's very dynamic. You've always got the breath with you. That's one of the beauties of using the breath as an anchor. So do with it what you will, and give us any feedback. I'd love to hear how it's going for you, and have a wonderful week. Ciao.